Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss lecture number 19 of synchronous machine. EMF equation of alternator synchronous machine. In this lecture we are going to discuss how EMF is induced in the synchronous machine. Let us assume that this generator has an armature winding consisting of total number of full pitch concentrated coils represented by capital C, and each coil is having a given number of turns Nc. So the total number of turns in any given phase for a single phase generator or armature is Np multiplication of capital C into number of turns in each coil. According to Faraday law of EMI, the average voltage induced in a single turn of two coil side is given by E average is equal to phi upon P. So this is the basic formula of EMF induction. E is equal to average value of induced voltage or induced EMF is equal to flux divided by T. So we can replace T by in terms of N, as N is the speed of rotation in RPS or revolutions per second. So there are N revolutions in 1 second. So one revolution will take 1 upon N number of seconds to complete one revolution. So replacing T by 1 upon N, and for one conductor the EMF induced equation becomes phi upon 1 upon N. Now again for a two pole generator we will multiply the equation by 2. So the now equation becomes 2 phi upon 1 upon N. It is the equation for induced EMF. Now so equating and solving the equation, we can get the equation as 2 phi N, which is the induced EMF average value. Now when a coil consisting of Nc number of turns rotates in a uniform magnetic field at a uniform speed, the average induced EMF in an armature coil will become multiplication of 2Nc, because a coil consists of 2 turns, 2 coil sides and 2 conductors, and for an Nc number of turns the equation becomes 2n. So multiplying the induced EMF in the coil, we will get 2 phi n multiplied by 2 capital Nc. So now the final equation becomes E average per coil will become 4 phi Nc into N, where Nc is the number of turns per coil and N is the relative speed in revolutions per second between the coil of Nc number of turns and the magnetic field phi. So at a speed of N of 1 RPS will produce a frequency f of 1 Hz. Since f is directly proportional to or equivalent to N, we can replace N by frequency, and the equation now becomes 4 phi Np into f, where Np is the number of coils multiplied by the number of turns in each coil, and f is the frequency of the revolution, and the effective RMS value of a sinusoidal AC induced voltage is 1.11 times of the average value. So we will multiply the equation of average value by 1.11. So we will get the final effective EMF induced in a alternator or synchronous machine, which is 4.44 phi Np into f. So this is all about the EMF induced EMF in the alternator or synchronous machine. For we have talked about single phase alternator. For three phase alternator, the number of turns in any given phase of a three phase generator is divided. We will divide the NP by 3, which is we got in the single phase synchronous machine, and here the EMF induced per phase we have to multiply into root 3, so that we will get the EMF induced in the line value. The line EMF induced voltage will become root 3 multiplied by 3 phase EMF induced for star connection, and for delta connection the value of EMF per phase will be same as the line voltage or line induced EMF. So this is all about for today, and we will discuss next topic in the next lecture. Thank you very much.